Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vania Henry and I work for Northern Lights PR here in the United Arab Emirates. I'm delighted to be with you this afternoon to talk about what it takes to have a successful online presence in this part of the world. First of all, I'd like to say that your website is of paramount importance because that is likely to be the first point of contact for potential clients, potential business relationships. Now, you may wonder whether this website needs to be imperatively in Arabic. I would say no. To me, it's far more important to have a website that is engaging, that demonstrates who you are, your values, what you stand for, the services you're offering, than to have a full Arabic website, especially because you might not be able to handle the queries that could come through this website in Arabic. If you do a website in English, however, I would recommend to have some little touches that show that you're in contact with the local market, that you're aware of what's happening. Just to give you an example, Ramadan started on Sunday. Ramadan is a very important celebration, very important months here for Muslim throughout the Arab world, and showing some consideration, a little message such as Ramadan Kareem would be very appreciated, but you could also have a welcome note like Ahlan wa Sahlan. When Ramadan finishes, it will be Eid, just mentioning Eid Mubarak, wishing you a happy Eid on your website, will all be little gestures that will show that you're connected, that you understand this region, the timings, what is important to the people here, and also how it affects doing business. It may seem very obvious that the weekend is a little bit different here. Our weekend is from Friday to Saturday and not Saturday to Sunday. But again, showing that you know that you're aware of it, will be appreciated and will give you a lot of credibility. Now, about your website itself, again, there are a number of things that I would advise you to do. Choose your pictures wisely. And just to take an example again, let's say that you're a manufacturer of glass for showers, and you might want to show a lady coming out of the shower, wearing a towel, tightly wrapped, wet hair. Well, you could actually convey exactly the same message by using a picture that's going to be sensitive to cultural issues here. So having a lady walking out of the shower with a bathrobe, with a towel wrapped around her hair will convey exactly the same message, but will show that you understand cultural sensitivities. Topics that are maybe a little bit off that you shouldn't mention. Alcohol is obviously forbidden, haram in the Muslim religion, so try not to say, go for a drink. This is a subject that you should steer clear of. Religion. Some of us might think that it's better not to talk about religion. Well, I'd like to say that people here respect other faiths. So if you have another faith, it's perfectly acceptable to talk about it. I would say if you don't believe in God, if you're not religious, then definitely don't mention it. Steer out of this kind of conversation because that's going to do you more harm than good. There's also a number of points about relationships. You will still need to build relationships on the ground, and you might be surprised that people actually only acknowledge you once you've arrived in this country. You will only exist once you are on the ground. So that means leave some time in your agenda to be flexible, to call people, to say, well, I've just arrived in Dubai, I've just landed in Abu Dhabi, do you have some time to see me? Can we have a coffee together? A little bit of unplanned meetings may be a bit difficult for us, but that's the way things can happen here, and it's good to know and to be prepared. Finally, I'd like to finish with a couple of words of advice and recommendations. This is no land of gold. A lot of people come here and think that business is going to fall into their knees. It's not that way at all. There's a lot of very competent people here on the ground offering very good services. So if you come to this region, you need to be aware that there's already a lot of competition, and there's no specific reason for you to get the business more than other people who are already here. So demonstrate your capabilities, demonstrate your service, your willingness to serve this place well, and what is edgy about your services, about your product, and serve this region in a professional manner. My role here is to help businesses who are coming into the UAE, who are coming into the Middle East, to understand the way business is done here, to understand the cultural issues. So if you're considering this region, if you want to come to the United Arab Emirates and you'd like to have some advice, to have some tips on what it takes to be successful here, don't hesitate to talk to Ben Pindar. He'll put us in touch and we can see how we can help you be successful here. I hope you found a couple of tips useful. I wish you very, very interesting opportunities here in the region, and I wish you a very good afternoon. Thank you.